Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to talk about Joshua 1:9, and I want to thank Miss Debbie Moody for sending me this Bible verse this morning. This verse was actually in my morning devotional, and not 15 minutes later, Debbie had sent me this and said, read Joshua 1 through 9, and I was like, well, this has to be a God moment because this verse has come up twice in the last 30 minutes. So let me read this to you. We're going to talk about it just a little bit. Joshua 1:9. It's going to be a passage that's probably very familiar to you, and it goes like this. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid, nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. I just got back in from walking Trixie, and while I was outside walking her, I was thinking about the word courage and about the word bravery. And I know oftentimes we think the word fear and bravery are opposites. We think that bravery is the opposite of fear, and that isn't the case. You can be brave and still have fear, and it's okay. We all face situations sometimes in our life where we are fearful, and it's okay for us to feel fear from time to time. God gave us that emotion. It's the fight or flight syndrome. We have to feel fear. I can tell you now, if I looked up from this video and there was a room full of snakes, I would feel fear and I would flee from those things. So it's a flight or fight syndrome with the word fear. But if we're going to be brave and we're going to be courageous, it has nothing to do with how we feel. It has nothing to do with how we perceive fear. What it has everything to do with is where we stand and how we respond to that fear. Sometimes when we are in a fearful situation, like the snakes on a plane or snakes in your room, we got to get out of there. But oftentimes our fear comes from the enemy trying to stop us from what God's plan is for our life. Those are the times when we discover, do we have bravery? Do we have courage? Are we strong and courageous? Our strength and our courage comes from the Lord. Human courage will only take us so far, okay? Without the courage that comes from the Lord, because remember, His strength is made perfect in our weakness. So when we throw ourselves on His mercy and say, Lord, I'm in a situation right now. I am fearful. I'm fearful of the outcome. I don't know what to do. Show me, lead me, guide me. And we stand firm on God's word. We may still feel that fear, but we are courageous, bold, and brave. Remember, the Bible doesn't say anything in this verse about the way we need to feel. It says, do not be afraid, nor be dismayed. Be strong and of good courage. Why? Because the Lord is with us wherever we go. But if the Lord is our God, we have a decision to make at that moment of fear. Are we going to face that fear with God with us? Or are we not? Are we going to be fearful and let the fear overtake us? Or are we going to let the strength of the Lord lead us in what we need to do? Listen, guys, be strong and courageous today. Don't be afraid. Don't be dismayed. The Lord, your God, is with you wherever you go. God bless. Love you guys. Bye-bye.